Alright guys, here we go again. I found that the first one, while I loved it heaps, I thought it was a bit hard to see, so I thought I might get something up on SketchUp and make it a little bit more sort of visual for people who probably can't see just straight lines. And so I've changed the rules just a little bit because, as you could see, last time I did the angles and I did nice square room, and I figured, well, let's change it up. Let's give it a whole new concept, and we'll give it some new parameters. So, my new objective: measuring the lights. Number 2, objective: avoid the friggin' sharks in the floor again. Establish a sloped ceiling. So this time I'm not going to try to go for a square one. We're going to see if we can make a sloped ceiling. Make it even harder. And then establish a room width. Now this time I got a little bit of Eratosthenes in this one, and I'm going to place 3 sticks instead of angles, and these sticks are going to measure 1 meter in height, and they have been provided already, and I've placed them 3 meters from the back walls, and 1 extra is provided about 6 meters from the first back wall. So I've got my 3 configurations similar to the other one, but essentially I'm working from sticks this time around. And I know that everyone thinks, how could people just do things with sticks? But it can be done. Okay, each stick on the brown side will get 2 randomized shadow lengths, and this will represent the angles to each light. So I'll show you what my model is. So as you can see here, I've got a brown side over here. I've got some rather boxy 80s like looking sharks in there, and they've already got plenty of blood in their mouth. And I've got the SketchUp lady who's a little painter just over there, and I've got these little sticks, and they got little flags. I've got a purple flag, and over here I got a yellow flag and a red flag. So everything's a little bit more individual. I'll be able to use my language a little bit easier than I did in the last one. And as you can see, everything's 3 meter gaps. They're all 1 meter high. Obviously the spacing is rather large. I found last time I had to crunch it in quite hard, but we'll see. We will see this time around. The parameters of this one, I at the moment on the randomizer I'm picking 400 mil to a max 1400 mil. That should either get it pointing up greater than 45 degrees or getting it pointing further than 45 degrees. Hopefully it should spread out a little bit more than what that last one did. Going back to here. Okay, so these shadow lengths shall identify where the lights are on the angled ceiling. So I'm hoping that with 4 different shadow lengths, we can imagine if you could turn one light on and then turn the second light on, you might be able to devise the 2 angles to get the ceiling, and then figure out which angle the actual ceiling is. Now I don't know if it's going to end up being really, really sharp or if it's going to be really, really flat. We'll just have to see it. We'll have to see how we go. I'll get 1 randomized angle for the purple stick on the green side. That was over here. Over there, the purple on the green side. And I'll point that to light number 2, and then I'll be able to stretch it and then find out what the room size is. With that, the final piece can be found with the room width, as I just said. So let's start doing some randomizations. Let's hope that these numbers don't end up really creating a mess. So we'll see how we go. Let's generate the first one. 1321. Where's my SketchUp here? 1321. Okay, let's draw a line of a shadow here. 1321. There's the marking right there. Randomizer again. 843. 843. There's number 2. Now let's go and randomize for the red. 515. I'm I'm hoping this looks alright, because I just have no idea. I really have no idea. Let's randomize. Let's get them. Okay, 1185. That's a good number. Let's hope that one brings up some pretty good results. 1185. Okay, so these are my two lengths. Let's see what this does. Okay, first things first. What I think I might do is I might string this up to the red point. So that is my first angle. Now I believe that if it does it right, yep, it does. Okay, so the good thing about SketchUp is it allows you to hyperextend with a pink line. Now I don't know if you can see the line very effectively, but it is pink when it aligns. It just knows. It's really good like that. So as you can see, boom, 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 it's dead straight. So it's very helpful like that. Now I have created the second line there, and hopefully this one will come up with a pink line too, because it just knows. Okay, detach from that, please. Detach from that, please. Okay, let's go there. Okay, pink line there. So that's two triangulation points. So hopefully there's some light somewhere in the middle here, depending on these results. I may have to make these a little bit longer if they never strike. That would be terrible. But this is the problem with randomization here. When you randomize, you don't know if it's going to break or not. Pink, 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 pink. Bang. Okay, I've got one light triangulated. And let's bring it to there. And let's hope. Ooh, this is going to be really high. Come on. It's going to be really high. Okay, let's see if this one. Let's see if this one can hyperextend up here. Ooh, we got a pink line. There we go. Oof. Okay, that's an interesting line. That's a very interesting line. Okay, so essentially what I've tried to do is, let's imagine this is a huge swimming pool, right? This is a very high ceiling for this little arena, quite a high ceiling. So now what I can do is I'm just going to get rid of all this, because it's all just junk, and it doesn't help me at all. It actually hinders me. So what I might do is I might just take the guts out of that instead. Now this is my ceiling. I believe this thing was about 10 meters across. I'll have to double check. Was it 10 meters? Yeah, it's 20 meters wide. So I just got to extend it 10 meters across. Okay, and send this one up here, 10 meters across. Bang. Okay, now this is my ceiling. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this canary yellow, just because we don't want the ceiling to be too damn dominant. So that's my funny ass looking ceiling. It's a big pool center, and I can see by this that point is going to come up very hard. So I'm thinking that I might need to stretch it a little bit, because it might not work to my liking at all. So what I will do, is it this one here maybe? I think let's just select all these fellas here, and I will make it go down another, let's say 30,000 units. Okay, so she's a lot more spread out. As you can see, that ceiling is quite high there. Now let's randomize for the last point, and let's see what happens. So 545. Okay, here we go. Last point. So oh sorry, what am I doing? I'm supposed to do it down here. Okay, 545, and struck that point there. Now I'm bringing the pink line up, so my triangulation line is shot up as high as possible. Now the point that I really wanted was that I wanted to be pointing directly at this particular light to establish a width. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that's horizontal straight across and wait for it to target. So as you can see, that is my that's my correction right there. So what I'm going to need to do, what's the best way for me to stretch this? I'm going to need to isolate all this, and I'm going to need to move it across this width, oh god, to that snap point. Bang. Okay, so can I measure the ceiling on this? Not too sure. Because it is angular, what would be the point? I'm not too sure. Maybe, how about what I'll do? What I will do is I will extend this wall up nice and high, and let's establish what its strike point is on the wall, and we'll consider that my ceiling pitching point. So bang, bang, bang. Let's call that canary. I hope everyone can hear me properly. I know that sometimes my sound has not been all that crash recently. Okay, so we got a ceiling pitching height, guys. My measuring tape is here to here. What is that? That didn't target right, did it? Yeah, it did. It did target it right. Okay, work. Okay, so as you can see there, I don't know if you can see it or not. It keeps shrinking the more I zoom in on it. So, but the number says 3693 millimeters high. So that's my targeting height. What I might do here, and seeing as I'll complete the project right up here, right, nice and high, nice and high. Let's hyperextend our ceiling. I really did add some extreme challenge here by making it on an angle, didn't I? Purple. Oh, I better kill that wall. That's gross. Is that angle? Why does that look all wrong? Why? Something ain't right. You could see it. You could just simply see it. There was something wrong. Come on. Purple. Bang. That looks a bit better to me. Yep. Purple. Bang. Okay, and strike here to here. I'm a lot happy with that. Let's get some canary in there. Okay, I'll get rid of this back wall because I don't want that. It's all nice and open. Now, would you look at the height of this ceiling? This is obviously not very realistic in comparison to its... I can't even do it. Now, the number is so hidden, I can't even see it. Can you see it there? It's 32111. So it's like 32 meters tall. Now, let's see if I can get the width of this particular room. And that pretty much just wraps it up. Measurement here. There we go. Can you see that? 47,162 millimeters. So this is the more dramatic effect of using sticks, shadows, lights on the ceiling to establish a ceiling height inside this pool of sharks. Shark lady, the painting lady, never ever, well, she's a tool lady. My goodness. This tool lady with no face, no creativity whatsoever, has survived a shark attack, and she has managed to establish the two ceiling heights up here. She's used just the sticks, and she's established the width, all within the safety of standing on her little putting green. So there you go. I might cut through to Eric Dubay quoting this particular project, and just prove to you that you can do anything with angles and numbers, and everything. You can just you can triangulate everything. So, there's no excuse. Just get over it.
A contractor to measure the dimensions of your floor space, and instead of taking measurements of the floor, he climbs a ladder and starts measuring the recessed lighting in the ceiling. Then, after doing some calculations and extrapolations based on his ceiling lighting measurements, he tells you definitively that your floor is curved.